Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is your Week in Yucatán Today, presented by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatan's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, a hacker is selling data stolen from the Yucatán Government. A horrific crash on Periférico resulted in 1 death and hours of traffic delays. Yucatán State Police solve bizarre egg-throwing case. The Maya train derailed at Izamal station. A protest turns violent after a death in Tzucacab. Let's get started. A hacker who has previously targeted several government entities in Mexico is now selling the personal details of Yucatecos online. The hacker, operating under the name Eternal, has released samples of databases from both the state driver's license registry and the state water company, Hapay. The information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, and specific details such as blood type and water usage. The hacker is reportedly demanding a ransom of $5,000 to prevent the sale of each database. While this story is still developing, an increase in instances of wire fraud and identity theft is highly likely. It's a good idea to remain vigilant and be especially cautious in the future. A horrific accident on Mérida's Periférico this past Tuesday morning resulted in the death of a driver. A pilot vehicle escorting a large tractor trailer with a massive concrete beam lost control and crashed into the truck it was following. The impact sent the concrete beam falling, crushing the pilot vehicle and taking down a large road sign near the Oman exit. The driver was initially rescued, but sadly died from his injuries at the hospital. This incident blocked all 3 lanes of traffic for hours as a crane was needed to remove the debris. This is a powerful reminder for everyone to be safe and aware on the road. From a strange and seemingly random crime, police in Yucatán have solved the mystery of an egg-throwing bandit who was active in several Mérida neighborhoods after numerous reports. Security camera footage showed the occupants of a gray Jeep Wrangler throwing eggs at parked cars. Authorities identified and impounded the vehicle. The driver was a 17-year-old male whose father stated he had no idea what his son was up to. The vehicle has been taken to an impound lot for legal action. The Maya train, which connects cities in Chiapas, Campeche, Yucatán, and Quintana Roo, is in the news for an accident at the Izamal station last Tuesday. According to the train's director, an unexpected anomaly in the track switching system caused one train unit to collide with another that was stopped at the station. While traveling at a low speed, the train derailed. Fortunately, passengers on both units were safely evacuated. The investigation is ongoing, and for now, the Maya train is continuing its normal operations. A deeply troubling case in Tzucacab is now under investigation after a young man named Angel tragically died while in municipal custody. Though arrested for a minor infraction, authorities claim he died by suicide by hanging himself in his cell. However, Angel's family has come forward saying they were never notified of his arrest or death and were not shown evidence of suicide. A protest by demonstrators demanding answers turned violent when the mayor failed to address the crowd, leading to the municipal palace being set on fire. This remains a developing and very serious case. Now let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. This weekend, catch the breathtaking 7th International Paper Balloon Festival in Tahmek, just a 40-minute drive from Mérida. On August 23rd and 24th, starting at 6 p.m., the sky will light up with tradition. The family-friendly event features massive 12-meter balloons from France, Brazil, and Colombia, plus various Mexican states. Enjoy local food and culture at this amazing community-created festival. Admission is free. If you're in Mérida and looking to spruce up your garden, Check out the Houseplant Bazaar at La Mejorada this Saturday, August 23rd from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You'll find everything from ornamental plants and fruit trees to pots and fertilizers, plus raffles with over 50 plant prizes and other surprises all day long. An independent theater production is re-examining the tragic life and legacy of Antonieta Rivas Mercado, a remarkable Mexican intellectual, writer, and feminist. While her name is often overshadowed by the men in her life, from her famous father, the architect of the independence column in Mexico City, to the politicians and artists she loved, Antonieta was an accomplished artist in her own right. The play looks beyond her well-known suicide at the altar of Notre Dame in Paris and analyzes the circumstances that led such a brilliant woman to such a tragic end. That's next weekend at Foro Restaurante Amaro. Don't miss out on this chance to practice your Spanish through a fascinating stage production. For tickets, go to borbateatro.com or get more details in our show notes. For more events, check out yucatantoday.com. Find a direct link in this episode's description. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatán Peninsula with us. This week, get ready for the Hercules Beetle, a tiny titan that can lift up to 850 times its own weight. Seriously, that's like a person lifting 20 cars. Found from the southern US all the way down to South America, including right here in Yucatan, this rhinoceros beetle gets its name from the impressive horn on the male's heads. These horns may be scary looking, but they're just used to joust for a mate. While Hercules beetles are mostly harmless herbivores that like to snack on nectar and fruit, their larvae can be a nuisance for crops and gardens. If you're lucky, you might hear one make a squeaky hiss by rubbing its abdomen. Read more about Hercules beetles by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatan today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatantoday.com. Your Week in Yucatan Today is jointly produced by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Make sure to subscribe, review, and recommend our podcast so we can continue to bring you a summary of Yucatan's local news in English. Yucatán Today is a Yucatan traveler's companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yucatantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatán Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for listening.